G'day and welcome to episode 71 of the Guy Who Sews podcast. My name is Sean and this is my weekly podcast where I share my quilting adventures. I'd like to welcome both new and returning viewers to the podcast, but if you are new, I'd love it if you take just a few moments to say hi in the comments so we all know we have a new friend. Come see what I've been working on, what I'm up to, and what's coming up in the pipeline. But let's go ahead and get started with our works in progress. I got a lot done this week. I was so happy. I've gotten more done this week than I have in a long time. And the first thing I want to show you is some free motion practice that I did using a tulip block that I got last year in a block swap. It's basically an orphan block. So I thought, why not use it for free motion practice so that way I can use it for different blocks. You'll see more details on how I used everything else in the live that I did yesterday, so definitely check it out. But I used this one here to do curve piecing on this section down here. The ribbon candy block, or ruler, to do this section here. And then, I call this a wishbone, although it could be something else, to do these up here. And I am really pleased with what I've been able to do with these so far. It is by no means perfect, but practice makes perfect. So I think it's going to turn out really good as I continue to work on these blocks. And I have several more of these tulips that I can use as time goes on. And the second thing that I had to show you as a work in progress, because it's not quite finished yet, is my Express Yourself. I've actually got the 20 blocks done and they are now all sewn together. And I'm super stoked to show you this. So let's take a quick look and let me know what you think of this. If you can see it. There we go. Yeah, I mean, all the beautiful different colors. This is a free pattern by Riley Blake. I have the link to the pattern in the description. And I've used all scraps for the colors. The background fabric is yardage, but everything else was scraps from previous projects, which I think is really, really neat. So that's what I have right now for my works in progress, but I have a ton more to show you. So let's now move on to our week in review. And if you're new to the channel, this is just a series of clips that I take during the week, mostly of me sewing, but I also add some of our doggos and then the other adventures we get up to. So I hope you enjoy. Last week I asked everybody if you were a beginner, an intermediate, or advanced quilter or piecer, and we got a wonderful range of answers. There's quite a few beginners, quite a few intermediates, and a handful of advanced quilters as well. So thank you so much for sharing the information with me. I always love hearing more about each and every one of you. This week I would like to know about your quilting style. Are you a stitch in the ditch person, or are you free motion? Do you love that? Or are you trying to branch into free motion like I am? I have always been a stitch in the ditch guy, but I'm now moving into the free motion because I want to try and experiment with that a little bit more and, gain a new skill. So let me know in the comments what you are. So I've set myself a couple of goals for this week. The first one is to get some more blocks done on the Mythical Dark, since I only have 2 left to do. Can you believe that? And that's this one here. So love to get that done in the very near future. So we'll get some progress done on that, hopefully. I'd like to get the borders on the Express Yourself quilt, or at least close to it, which is the one I showed you earlier in the episode. And I would like to get the donation quilt that I've been working on for the comfort cases quilted and up to Stacey Lee Creative, if at all possible. So we'll see what we get done. I'm hoping to get as much of that done as I can. What are your goals? So in case you missed it, we had a couple of videos come out this week. The first one was Clue 1 of the Puzzle Mystery Quilt. It's a hybrid of a tutorial, but also a fun time lapse. So that way, even if you're not doing the Puzzle Mystery Quilt, go check it out. It's a lot of fun just to watch to see how it all comes together. And then yesterday morning, I had my live, which I mentioned a little bit earlier, with Mona from Mona Did What, and we just did some real work, and we worked on this, well, she worked on her stuff, and then I worked on this, and another little project that I'm sure to show you later on the podcast. And so we had a lot of fun. So definitely go check that out. I know quite a few people were asking me to show ruler work, and I thought this was a really good opportunity for me to do so. So definitely check those videos out. So upcoming videos, I'd like to get Clue 2, the time-lapse and tutorial out midweek if all possible. And then this Saturday morning with Breaker the Guy Who Sews, I am super excited for this guest. I've been corresponding with her and her team for quite a while to nail down a date. And this weekend, I'm going to have Kim Moose, who's the CEO and founder of Cotton Cuts. And she's going to come join me and hang out and talk and sew with me. She's going to do the Piazza to finish up that one, which was the fall puzzle mystery quilt, and I'm going to work on Clue 4 of the Village Green. I am super excited to have Kim join me. It's going to be a lot of fun, and this is definitely one that you will not want to miss. So I hope to see you Saturday morning for that one. As many of you know, I have a Discord group for the channel, and anybody else that would like to be, promote their videos and everything else. It's a group collaborative. I support anyone else that wants to come on and join us. But one feature we have that is not really utilized a lot, and I'd love to see more people use it, is our what they call voice channels, and it's actually like a little room where you can actually do. It's almost like a Zoom where you can go in and meet other quilters and sew along with other quilters and that sort of thing there. You can have up to 25 people at once. So invite your friends, go into those voice rooms, make use of it. It's free. It's there for you guys to use as often as you want. And put a note in the Discord group if you want to go in and sew and just say, hey, I'm here if anyone else wants to join me. And I have a couple of people that do that already, and I think it's great, and we'd love to see more people using that if all possible. Our Discord group is also the home of our Quilt Guild, and we had a last meeting on last Sunday, and our next one will be the 21st. So if you've been interested in joining, it is definitely never too late. You're always welcome to join at any time. Come join us on the 21st. Just get signed up on the Discord, and that way you'll be able to keep up all the correspondence with the Quilt Guild. We're just a wonderful group of quilters that just like to have fun, nothing too serious, and we just would love to have some more members if that's something you're interested in. And so now it's time for me to share a couple of completed objects. This is always one of my favorite parts of the podcast, and it's always fun to show you something that's actually done. So yesterday I did an experiment on my live where I quilted some free motion practices for fun, and I thought, why not turn it into a bowl cozy? I thought if you didn't do a whole lot of quilting, it would still work, at least in theory. So I figured, you know what, let's see what happens. So I made a bowl cozy yesterday using the stuff that I quilted, and you can see this is the inside. Don't look too close, it's not perfect. And then this is the outside where I used just like a crisscross of the Ninja Star. I think this turned out pretty good, and I think it's a great way for you to practice your free motion quilting and then turn it into something functional. I just wouldn't go too heavy on the quilting, otherwise it may not work out properly. And then the second thing, this is just wonderful. You've seen part of this before, but the whole block is now together. It's actually block 5 of this So Place Like Home, which is the Wizard of Oz quilt that I've been doing. And I actually got the letters, the No Place Like Home in the middle. So the whole block is now done. So are you ready? This is the balloon and the clouds you've seen before. And then the No Place Like Home. And then the Emerald City with the Yellow Brick Road fabric. I just think this whole block, so massive. It's like 35 inches tall, so I really can't show it properly in one go, but there we go. I love this thing. So I've only got 4 more blocks to do. There's the Glinda, the Wing Monkey, the Wicked Witch, and Toto. Some people have already finished the quilt top. I'm months behind. I'll get it done at some point, but it's okay. So thank you so much for joining me today. It was wonderful hanging out with each and every one of you again. I always love hearing any comments and hearing from everybody. So if you liked the video, hit the like button, leave me a comment. I always will respond as soon as I can, and I love hearing from you. And I hope you all have a great day and happy sewing. See you next time. Bye.